Alright, welcome back, YouTubers. This is my Hiway hauler collection, which you should find that I have every Hiway hauler ever made in the package. I do have some loose, but other than a couple prototypes I'm working out, we'll get there later. But let's start what arguably could be the first actual Hiway hauler, but it's the American hauler. And as you can notice, there are two different ones, 76 and 1977, on the flying color cards, one with standard black wall, the other with the red line, which then moves down to the North American trucking, which one could always say was the first Hiway hauler on the Workhorses card. These should all be in the correct order: the Pennzoil, the Mountain Dew, the Mayflower. Here's a racing team. These particular haulers are very popular. As you can notice, the one on the right is on a different card, but it's a little yellowed out. Still cards in perfect condition, but picked up one in a trade to get one on a different card and not yellowed out. We come down to the Masters of the Universe and the Goodyear. There are multiple Goodyears you'll see throughout the collection, but that's one of the first ones on the Workhorses card. Down to your NASA. These are in order, so you have your Pepsi and your two different logo sizes, long and the short. This is the American version of the OP, Ocean Pacific truck. As you can see, the transition from the Workhorses card this one here some argue it's not a hauler, but this is the food service steak body truck, French made on the French card, very rare, defined on the card. This is about where it would be at in the year that it was released. Of course, the Kool-Aid hauler on the blue card. The livery is a McDonald's charity car, limited edition to 7,000. Hot Wheels newsletter. There's a couple of newsletter trucks. This first one limited to 7,000. Kool-Aid Wacky Warehouse, limited to 8,000. And this was came out of one of the early series cars. So this is the photo finish depicting the Twin Towers. As you can see, our body styles of the cab changed. Come up to the Davis printing. Down to an 8,000 limited edition of the gold Mattel. A Feed the Children car, limited to 10,000 hauler. Now we get into our box stores, our grocery stores, the Lucky Trucks. You'll find these in 2-card packs. They vary with their sisterine or cousined vehicles. There's a Woolworth, Vaughn's Produce, of course Hughes, ShopRite, on down the list to your Osco Drug, to your Albertsons. Go back up to the next row. A Jewel truck. As you can see, it transitions to the older cab style. Go back to the newer Hiway hauler, which is your Rite Aid and your Cub Foods, your HEB, several HEBs in different models. There's a 95th anniversary. As you can see, the newer ones they swapped where the sisterine or the cousined vehicle is at in reference to top or bottom. more HEB, your Ralph's, Kroger, and you're lucky. We go back up now, start getting into more limited editions. Here's a 2004 13th annual Ronald McDonald House baggie. Your Yamaha. Now these two vehicles are the different people. There's the Dragon Wagon or the Green Dragon cars. One has a plastic base and the other one with the metal base. We get down into more of the newer deliveries in multiple colors. The bronze and the blue and the yellow. You have your sideshow, more of your artwork hauler, and your Astros hauler. Go back up to the top. Here's your Whoppers. It's 2009. More of your Real Riders, orange and in yellow. Your Hot Wheel design car, where you could customize it yourself. Whole line of cars. That's the only hauler that was put out in that set. Now we get down into the classics. Several colors in this. Start with the blue, transition to the purple. Some people call it another shade of blue, but it's purple. The gold, the red, the green, and now we move into the Vandy caps. Limited to 50,000. Doesn't say very limited, but we're going to move over into some of the Redline Club. So you get into your green highway hauler with the really nice Real Riders. Your two Hot Wheels, one with the gray cab and the black cab. 7 Series cars. The light's not very good in here. And you get into one of the more expensive highway haulers, which is a collector's card. They only made 500 of these. You had to write in the newsletter and get them. The paperwork is not in the package. I have it over in the drawer. One of the more expensive ones. Let me get over into our convention cars. Mexico Convention, the 8th. 10th Annual Collectors Nationals Convention, that's an all metal body. 25th Convention. All these have Real Riders, good heavy trucks. Our 26th Annual. I'm going to go back in time a little bit to the Walmart and move the steering rig out of the way. This is back when you got the Walmart should have been about 3 columns over, but it is in the original package. And the package is actually the store. It's in the original plastic. Had that guy for several years. Back up the steering rig. Of course, the Count Chocula, made in the small cereal box type form. Moving back to our convention cars. This here was the 14th Annual Hot Wheels Nationals. Came in this plastic case. Pretty cool car. And then your dinner cars, the red and the purple. These are all what they call Code 3 cars, these convention cars. Also the Super Toy Con. So this was from the most recent convention. And the baggie, these are in vending machines. These cars are only made for the event, not in actual production. We have the Goodyear box car. Like I said earlier, we had one Goodyear. You'll see another one. This is the second one, but it's in the box. It only came in the box in this particular print. You go up to your Color FX, where you had the hauler. That's the only Color FX kit that was sold in. We'll move on down to 07. Your holiday rods. This was done in 3 colors: red, gold, and green. And move up to more of your retro, or the cartoon cars, where you have your Flintstones, your Tom and Jerry, your Superman Bizarro, AC/DC, Lucky Charms, and of course SpongeBob SquarePants. You have your Light Speeders hauler. This is one of the newer ones, which is the Star Wars. Just was released this year. And then the Athletics Hiway hauler. If we move down to the Flying Color series, there's a white and also one on a chrome body on the Flying Color Super Chromes package. One with a red cab, one with a silver cab, a little different artwork. The Pepsi Next. This is a Japanese car. It's got the stickers, everything with it in the package. Some of your cereal cars. You have your cereal car, your Spam, your Dinty Moore, and the baggies. And then if we move into some of the India cars, everyone's probably seen this one. This is the Barbie Hiway hauler. They made 5,000 of them. These were actually released in America, where you get up to more of your Leo. Here's your Goodyear on the Collectors Club card. You get into your red Collectors Club and the black cab. I am missing 2 of the India cars, which I'm working on. They have 2 different colors and a racing team. And then as we move over, have some spares of some cabs. And I do have one prototype, which is the Bob's Big Boy that we have here. That's probably the most expensive, but I don't consider that a main production. They didn't make very many of those. And I'm working on a couple of the other prototypes, a couple extra American haulers and tippers, and just spare other haulers that just my kids wanted to break out of the package. So that kind of concludes my hauler. Well, let me move back over to delivery set. This particular set I had originally purchased in order to get the actual Whoppers truck, which as you can see is not in a card. So if you'll see throughout my haulers collection, or Hiway's hauler collection, and everywhere that it was packaged, I have those. We also have the McKee and Little Debbie 5-packs. Again, they haven't been gone through, but as you can see, they're down here, and all of the packages for the various haulers. Actually, they're over here. As you can see, you have the 2 versions of the Little Debbie, as well as the Wickedest Show on Earth, and also the Export 5. The Export 5 and the Wickedest Show on Earth were only available in the 5-pack, whereas the McKee or these Little Debbies were done off of mail-in. So I believe, as I stated earlier, that this particular collection of Hiway haulers from 1976 to collectors conventions, to Code 3 cars, to box cars, to the ultra rare food service. If you're going to talk about rarity, to the newsletter car, to something like the Bob's Big Boy, to the carded Indian Leos. And the others kind of span the gamut. So in this particular collection, other than a couple prototypes and 2 Leo Indias, which is about 3 cars, this should be the most complete packaged highway haulers set or collection that you can see them all in one place. Thanks for viewing.